robes and a stabby.
You can
Robes,
investigate those with your
stabby,
magic detection. Well,
Like, is it magic cloaks?
Doesn't appear to be.
Okay, so just normal cloaks.
Mm-hmm.
I did check the second chest as well, just to see what was inside of that one.
Yep, that was the one with the cloaks. So the first chest had robes and daggers. The second chest had cloaks.
Alright.
How much was the 3d8 plus 5?
You took 16.
Yeah,
oh,
but
sorry for the healing. I don't know. What did you roll for the healing, Shanus?
I didn't roll anything. It's just 3d8 plus 5. Let me check.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll 3d8.
1, 5, 6, 11, 11 plus 5, 16. You heal for 16 points.
Oh, right back to full.
thank you, Gypsy.
I'm a bard. Alright, I'm gonna use Dispel Magic on one of the chests.
Okay.
I open it.
So 1 second.
Cast
Go
Cloak of
ahead.
Shadows.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay. 2.
Okay, you cast Dispel Magic on the chest.
I didn't cast it. It was my Kanath medallion.
Yeah, so you dispel the magic using
Okay.
the medallion.
Okay. And then I open the chest.
Yep.
What's in it?
You find a ring.
Okay.
I like rings.
Is it magical?
Yes.
Cool.
You can likely attempt to identify it if you know Arcana.
Yeah, I can try to identify it. Let's see.
Do you need
5
points and shit, or is that just 3.5?
plus 4, 9. I guess 9.
It is a ring of feather falling.
Ooh.
Dope.
Okay.
Very nice.
There are still 3 trapped chests in here that are worth likely investigating.
I'll be heading over to the door to the next room and examining that for mechanical traps without touching it.
I looked up attunement, and it's a short rest.
Okay. That door is already open.
Oh, it's open. Okay.
I mean, there are 6 beds in here. We could take us a nap and get some hit points back.
As long
my
as you don't
concern.
toss
Go ahead.
and turn in your sleep over trapped chests.
Well, Toby's a rock gnome, so he sleeps like a rock.
There's a old story where I come from called Golden Hands of 3 Bears. In this case, there'd be 6 bears. That's a lot more than 3.
No, we killed the bears. These are the beds of the cultists. We killed them. I smashed out one of their brains with a sledgehammer. Don't you remember?
I remember killing the cultists, but this may not be their room.
Yeah, I'm out of spells. I can only cast that once.
I'm going to stealth up and advance down the corridor.
Okay.
Do you think that we should avoid the rest of these chests? I do think that you would be able to dodge most of the damage from them, especially if I am nearby.
You speaking to me?
Yes, you are the one with the most talent at avoiding traps.
I can try. So instead of going down that corridor or going stealth, I instead head to one of the trapped chests.
Okay.
I would
And
advise the others leave.
I would advise I leave, but this is the path we have chosen.
There's three more,
So-
3 chests left.
These two have been checked, and this one. So there's this one, this one.
Let's get the one nearest the door just to clear that one out first. I stand as far back as possible, squinting, holding my breath, and I touch it with my index.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity save. Varric as well.
It's a 23.
You're fine.
And a 19.
You are also fine.
What do we see?
It's basically a orb of ice basically explodes from the chest. And you take, or Varric takes 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage?
Alright. So Tyros is going to go back in and heal the dude.
Inside the chest, you find a book.
A book.
What do you say? Interesting.
Okay.
I will attempt to see if I can read the book, if it is in a language I understand.
1 second.
What languages do you understand?
Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Abyssal.
Nice. Speak
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
I did say Abyssal.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the item. It's being
Savage.
Yeah, Varric, you heal for 6 points of health.
So sorry, what were you doing?
I was just telling Varric I healed him for 6 points.
Okay. And Varric, what were you doing? You were trying to read the book?
Yes, I'm seeing if I can understand what it says.
He speaks 4 languages.
There's no title that you can see when you sort of open the chest. You just see a book. There's no language on it.
I will bring the book out to Tyros, simply because he is still under the effects of the magic detection.
What is your alignment?
Neutral.
Mine is lawful
Varric.
good.
Okay. As soon as you touch the book, you take
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
It's a good thing I'm
17 points of necrotic damage.
Shit.
I will hiss and let go of the book.
The book falls to the ground.
Do I hear this? I want to run in and see what just happened.
There's a book on the ground. And a very angry paladin.
I will be using my own cure wounds just to see if I can help myself a little.
Okay, well, I cast detect magic.
Well, I've already have detect magic. Don't waste your spells.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a magical.
I must say, Sir Paladin, this method is not as effective as I would like.
Yes, it is magical.
Okay.
I am uncertain of another way to get these chests open,
I try to pick it
A
up.
but you
very
are
long
correct.
stick, perhaps.
Okay,
We
so
could
I have
attempt that, yes.
I try to pick it up.
Okay, what is your alignment?
Neutral.
Oh, okay.
Anything happens?
Yes. Just 1 second.
Guess you gotta be evil.
I'm fairly
Okay.
certain I know what the book is.
14 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch. Okay.
Yep. But it is in your hand. Like once you sort of take the initial damage, you're still holding the book unless you drop.
Okay, so I'm still holding it.
Yep.
I'm kind of afraid to open it, and there's no languages on it, right?
There's no languages on it.
Um, so I say, ow. This book seems very dangerous. I'm going to try to open it anyway.
Okay.
man, the mage is gonna kill himself. I was like, oh my god.
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
It sucks out your soul.
And then beats it to death with the stick.
Oh
Oof.
my god. I rolled a 4. So wisdom is +2. That's 6.
What'd you get?
6.
A +5
11,
from the
but
paladin.
yes, that's probably
Uh,
not enough.
All right. 1 second.
Rolled.
Art, can I have you come down to the sidebar with me?
Me? Sure.
So,
Zar, can I have you come down to the
Sure.
sidebar?
so
I think the mage is dead.
I die.
Hey. So you open the book. As you're sort of reading the pages, you hear the voice of some sort of demon. You can imagine it's a demon. You understand Abyssal if you didn't before. And you feel different. Mechanically, you are now evil
Just from opening the book?
just from opening the book.
Damn. Okay, so I'm evil, but what does that mean?
You are not
Like, am I
necessarily
underneath influence?
loyal. You're not necessarily loyal to Arcus or Orcus. But you're like your alignment just shifted. So, whatever
So I can do evil things now and get away with
you
it.
can do evil things. It doesn't necessarily mean you're friends with anyone in this temple. It just means you're evil now. And so if the paladin goes detect evil, you are going to ping as evil.
That sucks. Okay, but okay. So does he say anything to me? Like, am I like you said? I'm not devoted to him, but what does that mean? Like,
So basically he says he's like, he's gonna offer you this demon offers you sanctuary. He says your friends are all going to die, but if you pledge yourself to Orcus right here, right now, you will live.
and what if I don't?
But this is your one and only chance to save yourself.
So basically, if I don't, I die.
Embrace the cult of Orcus.
But does it seem like he's gonna do something to me if I don't, or that I'll just die the same way they do? If you understand.
And you can respond to him in any
So-
way you
Oh, I've been
desire.
talking this whole time. Sorry, and my
That's okay.
mic closed. So do I feel like he's going to like do anything to me, or he's just not going to protect me if I don't?
Yeah, if you swear your allegiance to him, you feel like he is going to protect you. If you don't, then you feel like you're just like you'll die. Or not like they won't hesitate to kill you.
Oh, I understand. And okay, one last question. Sorry to keep everything back, but
Yep.
what's his like who is this god? Like, is he a god or is he a demon?
It's a
Is he
demon. You don't know who the demon is, but he's asking you to pledge yourself to the cult of Orc.
I would not do that. Like I wouldn't do it just like because something threatened me, you know? Like,
Okay.
okay, cool. So
Well, it's more like it's offering you like a place in the cult if you and like, but you would basically be
there's no catch
joining.
and I can turn it down later.
Yeah, you can turn it down right now if you agree. I'll just tell you this out of character. If you agree, and it's gonna be sort of the same as like Varric is, you're gonna have like a geas put on you, and so you're going to be
Oh, if I
like you're
break it, I
basically
die.
gonna be against the party. Like
Okay, yeah, I got you.
if you break it, you'll be cursed.
Right. Well, no, I'm not gonna accept his offer. I'll stay evil,
Okay.
obviously, but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
join his cult.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
As soon as you decline, the book goes silent. You just have a book in your hand.
So can I read the book still? What does the book have in it?
There is a single spell in the book. Go ahead and roll a Arcana.
Hope it's higher than the shit I've been rolling all night. Oh, nat 20. And my Arcana is +6, so 26.
There is a wish spell.
No idea how that works. But can you convince me when we go back so I don't like freak out? Is this still sidebar stuff?
This is just you. So you realize there is a wish spell in this book.
And how does the wish spell work, or do I have to look that up?
Basically, this book can cast a wish once.
And I can wish for anything and it's granted?
There is a spell called wish. You can wish for anything off that spell.
Okay, cool. I'll look that up. Alright, cool. Thanks.
Okay. Yep.
Let's go back.
Isn't Luskin north of Neverwinter?
So, like, did Toby suddenly grow horns and now we have to put him down?
So I come back, I look at the book,
Maybe.
and Dalran has a moment where he smiles, then frowns, then smiles again. He closes it. And that's me.
Okay.
Well, that was a slight bit suspicious, especially since I felt like that book was attacking me specifically. So I will be detecting evil on the book.
Okay. You detect evil, and the book is definitely evil, and Dalaran also ping.
That book has corrupted the wizard.
Or perhaps
Okay.
the wizard has corrupted the book.
What are you talking about, corrupted?
We know Dalaran was a neutral wizard, but perhaps he has sold his soul for power.
What are you guys talking about? Calm down. There's no power.
Then throw the book away.
I don't think that would be a good idea for any of us. This book does contain a spell that can get us out of trouble if we need it. I was offered a deal, mind you, by the same Orcus who rules this temple,
Oh god.
but I turned it down. Fear not. He offered to spare me from what is to come if I chose to abandon you guys and follow him, and I chose not to. You don't have to believe me, but it is the truth. And this spell, I'd rather not throw it away.
So he's evil, right?
Have we killed him yet?
Yes, he
absolutely
is
evil.
certainly evil.
All right, I'm just look. Let's just put him in chains, and then we'll figure it out.
Put me in chains.
Do I think he's cursed?
Why would you guys think I would let that happen?
Yeah, can I do like a religion check to see if like if
Oh,
someone
you will.
has their alignment changed? Can they get like a remove curse spell, bring them back?
Roll it.
I don't know what all the freaking out is about. Evil doesn't mean I'm going to do something.
14. I'm basically trying to figure out if there's like clerical magic that could save him.
You've never heard of a curse that changes someone's alignment?
Usually, the alignment change must be willingly.
Usually.
Usually, like nothing. No item can corrupt a person that is unwilling.
Evil by choice, kill it where it stands.
All right, I'm just going to cast Hold Person on him. He must make a Wisdom 16 save.
You're gonna be.
Would it
hostile.
be initiative? Initiative at this point?
Yes, it would be if.
This is a guy that you've like.
This is a surprise round. I'm not even going. I'm behind him. He doesn't see me when I do this. I'm just going to Hold Person.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and make the wisdom saving throw. Dalaran, and then everyone rolls initiative.
Yeah, it's 13. 13. Hello?
Hello?
13.
Top of the morning to you.
Right.
Technically, you were in range of Varric's aura, but I don't know if Varric has deemed you no longer an ally. It's up
At
to
the
him.
moment, I am still doubting the truth of this situation, so he has not been denied the aura just yet. So
18.
he does benefit from it.
Okay, so it's +5 to your roll.
All right, so it doesn't work.
Okay, 18. Do I notice that a spell was cast on me?
Oh yeah, you feel a spell like try to like hold you in place, but you're able to shrug it off. What was everyone's initiative? I see 11, 6, 17.
Mine was the 6, so 8.
Okay. Dalaran, you go first.
Isn't that Archon first?
No, I think you rolled a 6.
Oh, I saw
Unless
17. I saw
well,
19.
what was that 6? Was that your
Yeah, 6 is initiative.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to turn to the person who I know casted the spell. The only person who's been casting spells.
I'm a bard. I don't cast spells. What are you talking about? I bluff.
I've watched you go invisible, open doors that were locked, all kinds of shit without picking them. Like, I've seen you do shit. So
I'm just gonna say, hold it, my friend. Maybe it was Orcus that was trying to hold you after you so brazenly denied him his request. I bluff.
I say we've been friends for years, my good man. I know it was you. Why are you trying to hold me in place? I am not threatening you. I have not attacked any of you. Would you like me to
14.
start?
Of course not. Of course not. I just want you to put that book down, and we will get rid of the book, and we'll figure things out. You know,
I say if you want to give up on a wish spell, then by all means, take it.
a witch spell.
Wish.
Um, the implications of a wish spell being in that type of book.
Okay, so I walk to the paladin, who's the purple one, I believe.
The
I'm
red
the
one.
red one.
Oh, okay, sorry. And I hand him the book.
I move away from the book. I do not want to touch the book.
Does anyone else want to take it?
Mm.
Can they answer for initiative? I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know how this
yeah,
works.
everyone gets a free action. So basically, what's happening is, the end of your turn, Dalaran, you are offering the book to Varric, and next on the list, next on initiative is Toby.
So I don't
Yeah,
get to like hold an action or anything?
Toby's gonna grapple him.
Okay.
Oh boy.
He's surrounded, by the way. So he gets +6 to his grapple.
It's just
What's your
advantage.
name?
It's
Kunta
advantage.
Kinte. Oops, your name is Toby. And that's how Toby came to be.
So that's my strength +6.
It's your athletics check. Make an athletics check.
Is it opposed?
Yes. So, Dalaran, you can make a athletics check as well.
So
It's
me
a
offering.
15.
So me moving and offering the book is my full turn. That's it. Can't like hold an action or anything.
Yeah, no, you could have held an action. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'll hold an action, and that action that I held, I'll just cast Globe of Invulnerability from the staff.
Okay. Have you been tracking the charges spent on your staff?
Yep. I can't use any more except for 4.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Wait. Let me see if I want to do that. No, I think I'll cast a different spell. 2 seconds. Sorry, just give me a second. Yeah, instead I'll cast Wall of Force, which I'll make as a dome around myself.
Okay.
So it's a full dome covering my entire body of impenetrable, invisible force. So he will charge into that when trying to grapple.
Well, I mean, you did that on your turn, so then I would have seen that. I would have seen you cast that spell.
It would
Yeah.
have been as a reaction to
And you
you
would not
charging
see,
him.
and you would not see which spell it is. It's an invisible wall of force, so you run into it.
Well, no, but I would have seen. Also, on your turn, you had a whole conversation. A turn is like 6 seconds. I mean, you
I
couldn't
thought
have had that whole conversation in 6 seconds.
I thought talking was
I kind of view it as he was kind of frantically shouting at people,
okay.
and generally I wouldn't let generally uh you know in this particular case, I can just I can imagine him going be like, whoa, like stop, I'm not your enemy. Like he's just sort of like, you know babbling at this,
Yep.
like trying to and so I'd be okay with letting him have a reaction to cast a spell.
So,
And that goes to say, like, in a stressful situation, I don't like using, you know, talking as someone's entire turn, I guess.
yeah, I thought it was a
Uh,
free
uh,
action.
yeah,
That's why I spoke as much as I did.
Talking is a
but
free action.
I didn't realize it's like I have a limit to how much I can talk, but I guess I do.
Generally, it's a free action up to like 6 words.
Can you cast Wall of Force as a reaction? Is that a reaction spell?
He what he did was he held his action, and so I'm guessing uh and so next time we just have to be clear about this is when you're holding an action, you'd have to, say what action you're holding, and um what is going to trigger the action to go off.
Okay, got you. That's definitely what I
But
would have done, but yeah.
yeah, so just for this time, right? Well, I'm going to give you a pass, but whenever you hold an action, you have to describe what exactly your action is and what is going to set your action off.
Right, okay. So if I am attacked, I will use Wall of Force as my action that I'm holding.
Okay.
Gotcha, okay.
Okay, then Toby's gonna Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Tyros at this point says, Daron, drop the book.
So let's go ahead and
Hit
roll the.
No, it's no. I'm gonna toll the. No, Sacred Flame. It's a deck save.
Um.
It's a 15. You gotta beat a 15.
What, me?
Yeah.
Ha! Rolled over 16 to a 3, so I did not beat it.
Yeah, it would go. That would go through the force. Wall of
Okay.
force.
What does it do? I don't know what Sacred Flame is.
This is D8. Red one.
Yeah, that's a D8.
Yes.
Above table, I see no reason for this party to be attacking me. Like, this is the stupidest thing ever.
Like,
Well, I'm
we're-
waiting
we're,
for
like-
my turn to do my action because I think it's relatively important here.
I mean,
Just think Raceland without Karam on there.
12.
it's happened before.
12 radiant damage.
All right. Dalaran, you instinctively cast the wall of force, but the magical radiant damage hits you. And Toby, got any movement?
How much damage did I get hit for?
12.
12.
12 radiant.
Yay! I'm almost
Yeah,
dead.
I'm just gonna stand here.
Next up is, I think it was a tie between Tyros and Varric. So who is the higher initiative modifier?
Mine's
Plus
+2.
And what was your Shannis?
+3.
All right, Shannis goes first.
All right. It's Wall of Force, right?
Wall
As a
of force.
dome.
Yep.
I really don't want to use my ultimate ability.
Can as a bonus action, can Toby make a religion check? Like, if I kill Dalran and revivify him, will that like put his alignment back to normal?
Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, like if I kill him and bring him back from the dead, he should be normal, right? 13.
I'd also like to point out that your character would have been going to grapple me until he saw me cast a spell.
Well, I'd like to point out you had a whole conversation in 6 seconds, and then after I took my turn, you retroactively decided, oh yeah, I held my action. Is that
Yeah.
fair?
Yeah, I tried to hand a book over because that's what everyone said is the problem, and then you tried to grapple me, so I reacted. Yeah, seems perfectly normal to me. Shanus
So
also
That's
would
such
not.
fucking horse shit I ever.
Shanus also would
yeah,
not want to
so
use any
at this
ability.
point,
You have no. Just to answer your question, where it is, you have no idea if killing him would revert him back or not. You've never seen something like this. Like you've seen things happen like this, but usually it's like there would be like a curse or something. There like or not a curse. Like it's usually willing. So you've never you don't know whether or not he would change back or not because he is claiming that it wasn't that he didn't make the deal with anything, but he's still pinging his evil. So you just don't know.
alright, so I'm gonna go, right?
Yes, it is your turn.
So, I'm gonna use my transformation. My eyes start glimmer with the luminous light of the heavens. Incorporeal wings sprout from my back.
Okay.
So it reveals my celestial heritage and a servant of the heavens. And let's see, I'm going to probably go for attack.
Okay.
Wait, actually, I'm gonna try to diplomatize. I said, Dalaran, I command thee, release that book from your grasp and submit yourself to judgment. I use intimidate. That's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Beric. Dalaran, you can react as you wish.
Oh, I get a free
Intimidate
action.
doesn't really have.
I know. It doesn't have that type of effect for
Yeah.
players, but it's just like it's a threat.
I will be holding a hand up towards the others and say, enough of this. Whether or not he has changed, that does not mean that it is grounds for an immediate attack. Back away and let him speak. I know that this is unusual coming from a disciple of the Holy, but we cannot just attack those simply because there is evil part of them.
I agree. If you want me to drop this book, here, and I drop it. I have no ill intentions towards you. Like all of the years, I have never had any ill intentions towards you. If this book has made me evil, I see no difference in myself, and the book has no sway over me. So take it. I drop it.
Can I do an insight check?
Yep.
I will be doing the same.
Oh, same.
You saw me fight the ogres. I mean, if I wanted to fight,
Mine is an 18.
Uh,
16.
Dalaran, are you telling the truth?
10.
Yes.
He appears to be telling the truth.
The
Everyone
NPC
feels
chat.
like Everyone feels like he's telling the truth.
While the book is out of his presence, I will attempt another detect evil.
The book pings as evil, and Dalaran also pings as evil.
There was some corruption, regardless of whether the book is in your possession or not, I am afraid. There are ceremonies that could be done, but it would require you as a willing participant.
Penance must be given.
Penance indeed. I've been attacked. I have no problem going back to the alignment that I was. I did not intend to be evil. It was not a choice.
Uh, uh, like no one can corrupt a soul unless it was willing to be corrupted. That's the thing. It's like no one can take away your free will, not even the mightiest of gods.
That is not entirely true.
I think I was.
There are minds that can be corrupted through darkness that is avoidable should they be willing to seek out atonement. That is something that anyone can do.
I think I simply tethered the line a little bit too closely to either side, and he had the power to, change.
Regardless, I will not stand the company of an evil man.
This is above table. I just don't know how we're gonna make this work. I mean, we got a paladin.
Above
Eh.
table, I do have an ability called Ceremony, which includes Atonement.
Yeah,
That could
atonement.
work.
Atonement would work.
Yeah. Above table, I'm a Asmia protector, so I can't willingly side or interact with a evil being.
I'm a cleric
Yeah.
of Lathander. This is a horrible situation we're in.
Yeah, it's like paladins, they can't willingly associate with evil, knowing. Like if they unknowingly associate with evil, that's a different matter. But it's kind of like now we know you're evil. Now we have to roleplay it out.
Yeah.
Right, but think about your
But this is
character.
not. Yeah, the difference here is that we're not just like. We don't
Strangers.
know that this is just an evil character. This is our guy
Yes, our friend.
who touched a book and got corrupted. It's like, we can fix this. This is our friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like my
Yes.
first reaction to like if in real life I was in a group of friends and someone casted detect evil, and someone pinged evil, I'd be like, bro, what happened? Like, I'm not just gonna like swing my sword at them, like that's not the first thing I'm gonna do.
Yeah, but like they're paladins. Like the paladins of a goodly god, and I'm Asmia.
The paladin's the one that didn't attack.
Yeah, you'd be shocked that your friend of this many years is suddenly seen as evil. Like, what? I've been casting this spell around him for ages.
I mean, we also live in a world of like vampires and werewolves. Every now and then you gotta put somebody down. It's just how it is.
Exactly. And I'm like an old ass dude who's like, I tolerate no evil. I see no evil. I do no evil.
I'm just glad the rogue didn't attack me, because I would probably be dead.
Dalran, if you are willing to attend this ceremony, it will take about an hour of time if the others could keep watch. And we could attempt to fix this.
That's fine with me. Can I leave this barrier up while we start the ritual? It'll only last another 9 minutes or so.
Yep.
That is fine. I would need to touch you at the end of the ritual, and it must be a willing thing. So, at that time, we will know. Is that agreeable?
It is fine with me. Good paladin. Thank you for speaking in my defense. At least I know you are a true friend.
That remains to be seen. But at least I know that you have always been on our side.
So, want to perform the ceremony in this room, so we have more space. Is it considered an hour is a long rest or a short rest?
Yeah,
He
sure.
he can't move while he's in the dome. He would have to drop.
Yeah.
So I suggest that the others leave the room and let him do his thing.
Oh, Tyros won't leave the room. He's gonna be watching you.
Yeah, Toby's gonna have like Toll the Dead prepared. Like if you try something funny, he's just gonna end you.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, I will be just preparing the ritual.
Okay. So an hour is 4 hours is a short rest. A long rest is 8 hours.
Hmm. So we don't actually technically rest then.
No. Unless
Well,
you
if you're
choose to-
keeping watch over this, then you cannot rest. That's
Okay, yeah.
one of the more obvious things.
Okay, so 9
Uh,
minutes into the
so-
ritual, shield goes down. Nobody notices, of course.
Does anyone want to do anything for the? You said it takes an hour. Sure.
Yes, it's a 1 hour spell.
I would use this time to. I don't know. How long does it take to bind a item, attune to item? 1 hour?
Short rest, I think.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to use my ability called Inspire Leader. So for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be speaking about the glories of the heavens, and so 6 allies, that's everyone, including myself, will get 11 temporary HP.
Okay.
Do you think you could give me a bardic inspiration near the end of this?
Yeah, you can have as many as you need.
Do I count as an ally yet? Because I'm
Yeah,
dying. It doesn't matter. I'm just asking.
so everyone gets 11 temporary HP once per short rest. So 4 hours.
I don't even know how to store temporary HP on this thing.
It's just like 11
Oh, yeah,
temporary
it's there.
HP you have.
Yeah, it's next to the thingy. Cool.
Are you guys taking just the hour, or are you taking a short rest?
Just an hour.
Okay.
I think.
So yeah, basically, if anyone else wants to do anything, there's still 2 chests that have not been opened. There is an evil book on the ground. Yeah.
Are we going? What are we going to do with the book? I say destroy it. Such a thing must not exist.
Usually, with such powerful books, it is best to simply leave it be. Do not touch it.
Don't we have holy water or something? Maybe perhaps we can set it to flames.
I seem to have some holy water.
It has a
What if
weird
it
smell.
explodes or something?
Protection from good and evil. Yeah, so I say we destroy it.
At least wait until the ceremony is over.
Fine. We'll wait. We'll wait for you.
Okay. If no one does anything for the hour goes by. No monsters wander into the room to interrupt anything. And what is the result of the ritual?
It requires an insight check and a willing participant, and I will be using the inspiration on it.
Okay.
So, willing. What do I need to do, if anything?
$20. So if you are willing, then you will revert to original alignment.
Back to neutral, baby.
Okay. You are back to neutral.
Afterwards, I will be doing a detect alignment.
Naturally.
Okay. As like the spell?
The paladin ability.
Oh, is the detect
Divine
evil,
sense.
right?
Yes.
The book pings as evil. Dalaran does not ping as evil.
I will stand up. I will be doing a lay on hands on Dalran, restoring 22 health, and say, Please do not touch that book.
I thank the paladin for the heal, but I say if you don't want to use the book, you must understand there's a spell in there that can save our lives in any situation that we get into. Can I at least scribe the spell out?
That is too dangerous at this point in time. That book is not meant for what we are doing.
It's probably beyond my understanding anyway. Oh well.
Yeah, wish spell is pretty damn powerful. Above table.
Above table, is it an evil act to cast levitate on Toby?
An evil act?
I don't think
Depends
it's
on
evil.
what are you planning to do with it? What are your intentions?
Catch a laugh.
Above table, like Toby doesn't know that you're not evil anymore, and he still has Toll the Dead prepared, waiting for you to try some funny shit.
It's okay.
Friends, he is no longer evil. I suspect that he is, at the very least, not entirely disinclined to seek power, but he is no longer on the side of evil. So, it is no longer a problem. But we cannot touch the book.
I bow to everyone, and then I cast levitate on Wordis.
And
Okay.
Toll the Dead! No, I'm just kidding.
Just like a few feet off the ground, so his feet dangle a little bit. And yeah, I leave it for the duration.
It probably looks adorable. Little 3 foot tall gnome man floating around.
And I walk over and I pat him on the shoulder and release the spell.
Sorry I burned you.
It's all good, my friend.
All right, so we're going to let us destroy the book. If such a powerful artifact were allowed to remain in the hands of evil, then we are doing a misservice to our patrons.
I would simply suggest that this is extremely dangerous to attempt to destroy a dangerous book like this. And we should at least not all be in the room as you attempt to kill yourself.
All right, well, I can use Mage Hands, bring the book over to this here.
Okay.
I asked Varric, or is it Fingersmith, may I have your holy water?
Certainly. Give him one of the flasks of holy water.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Well, shit, I can't use Radiant Soul anymore. Well, I can use protection. Well, who was the one that did like radiant damage?
Toby.
That was Toby.
Toby, you want to aid me in this act?
I mean, I don't think a cantrip is gonna destroy this thing.
No, probably not. Well, I'm going to give it a shot anyway. Gotta do it. I have like holy water, alchemist fire.
Okay. You pour holy water on the book.
Oh, I also, well, just to protect myself, I'm going to use protection from energy and protection from evil and good.
Okay. You do that. You pour holy water on the book.
Mhm.
What else are you doing to the book?
What happens?
The book is what?
Alchemist fire.
You throw alchemist fire on the book. The water sort of catches on fire as well, like when it mixes with the alchemist, and the book is now sitting in a fiery pool of water. It does not seem to be burning.
Okay, we may have to take this with us and find another means to dispose of it.
Wait,
Who's wishful thinking?
wait. Don't touch the book.
I won't. I'm going to use my, I'm going to use Mage Hand to levitate it out, dust it off and throw it in a sack.
Mage Hand won't last. I mean, it's
Okay.
I can do it at will.
Is that on your sack?
Uh,
I
yes.
am not getting anywhere near that book.
It's
I recommend,
I'll throw it in my sack.
I recommend that we leave it right where it is.
Oh shit!
Shannis, you
going
take 19 damage.
Yep.
I'm resistant though. I'm resistant to necrotic.
Okay. Yep. So you take
Wait.
9 necrotic damage.
Let's see, what is it called? Yes.
You don't take any more.
resistant.
You don't take any more.
I have
damage,
resistance. Yeah, I have resistance to necrotic damage because I'm celestial.
Yep. So you take 9,
Okay.
and the book is in your sack.
Okay. It's Evil Book of Doom.
I'm telling
Okay,
you,
it's in my sack.
didn't have much choice in the matter of my alignment change, so be careful.
I would recommend not using this room to rest unless we remove the traps. But we can clearly tell that this room is dangerous.
No, but I do need rest.
Can we just move the beds?
The beds are bolted to the floor.
I got a sledgehammer.
It's a sledgehammer.
I got a sledgehammer and a belt of hill giant strength.
May I
If you
Go for
wish
it.
for them to no longer be beds, then you may do so.
May I recommend that we sleep in the other room and just take watch?
I mean, we can just take the mattresses off of them.
Mattresses, really?
They don't really have mattresses. It's more like a
Stone bed?
yeah,
Straw?
stone with a bit of straw. They're not comfy.
I recommend touching nothing else in this room and simply resting in the other. We can take watch, make sure that no harm befalls the group, and
But we haven't gotten open these other chests yet.
you want to continue taking damage or finding.
There are two more. I think that myself and the rogue should finish what we were doing, and then it will be safe in here.
You want some healing beforehand?
Sure.
How many hit points y'all down?
No, from my friend over here.
You have 11.
I
11
am
HP.
down 12.
Oh, I'm also going to expand Bardic Inspiration just to give time, because I think the Fingersmith are good. Varric won't is not good, so I'll give you a Bardic Inspiration.
I'm
Okay.
going to give you 5 hit points. And then I'm going to move over
Thank you,
here.
Toby.
There were 3 chests left, or 2 chests.
2, I believe.
2 chests left.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to give both like Archon and Toby, or is it Varric, both Bardic Inspiration, because I can spare that.
Okay.
There we go.
So that's you can add
A D6.
so 1d6 to your
Oh,
D8.
1d8. D8,
1d8. Gotcha.
To any roll, essentially.
Yep. All right. You guys opening the chest?
I have a plan.
We can move to the side and attempt to throw something at it.
Yes, I have a bag of ball bearings. Gonna try to throw the ball bearings at the chest one at a time. See
Let
if
us
they're
move over
precious
here
sensitive.
then.
Okay. So this chest behind you here, that one has a clear lock on it. This one looks like all the other chests.
Well, the lock should be open because I used a knock spell.
On the door.
Yeah, but it's 60 feet.
It opens everything in 60 feet.
Yep.
That seems new.
Let me check.
I don't know if that's off the top of my.
Choose an object that you can see within range. The object can be door, chest.
It's just for the one object.
Okay, one object. Okay.
Oh, so then this door is still locked.
Yeah.
So yeah, this chest has a clear lock on it. This one is like the rest of them.
So we'll be over in this corner and then throwing stuff at it.
Sounds about right. So, one at a time, I'll throw a ball bearing at the chest the chest that doesn't have a lock on. Do I need to
Okay.
roll?
Nope. You're dexterous enough. You can hit it. Everyone needs to make a Constitution save. Or sorry, Varric and Mr. Fingersmith. Con save.
15. Plus whatever pluses I get from other
Okay.
folk.
So you're at 20.
16.
Okay. Let me just make sure. You said 16?
Yes.
Okay. So when the ball bearing hits the trap or hits the chest, a spell goes off. And Varric, you can no longer see.
Ever.
You are blind.
Did you add your 1d8?
I have been hit with blindness.
I call out to the others.
Well,
The paladin is afflicted.
I use Lesser Restoration. He's cured of his blindness.
Okay.
That was quick. Okay, I try a ball bearing at the chest with the lock on it.
All right. Nothing seems to happen.
I examine the lock and look for mechanical traps.
Go ahead and
Perception,
give me an investigation check.
investigation 25.
Yep, you see it is trapped.
It is trapped. Is it locked?
It is locked.
Cool.
With a 25, you would know that trying to open the lock is going to set off the trap.
So let's try to disarm the trap.
Okay.
What do I roll?
That is a
Sleight of hand?
there was something weird with. I think it's your. Are you proficient in lockpicking tools?
How would I check that?
It should be under your class. Under tools.
Yes, it's the thieves' tools.
I
So
have
you-
thieves' tools.
Yeah, so you would roll a d20 plus your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity modifier.
Okay, where do I see this proficiency bonus? Oh, here we go. Proficiency in deception, sleight of hand, perception, investigation.
Yeah, this would be because it's kind of weird that they don't have a skill for it anymore. It's just your proficiency bonus plus your stat, which is dex. And then if you have thieves' tools and you're proficient in it, you can use them. Otherwise, you can't disable traps. So it's
How
just a
do I see that?
d20.
In the bottom left corner, you'll see the tools section. That's just the ones you're proficient in. So I'm assuming you'll have thieves' tools, even if you don't put it in your thing because you're a rogue.
Yeah, I have thieves' tools. Yeah.
You'll have them. So yeah, you're proficient in them too. So
So
all
what's
you
the
have to
bonus?
do is
Yeah, it's just like any other skill. It's just they, for whatever reason, they didn't put it in the skill list.
It's cool. It's 14 on the dice, so I have +4 dexterity. That's 18 plus whatever proficiency bonus, which is
3, so 21.
okay.
Yep. You are able to bypass. Click the lock. You see there is a poison needle. If you had a blow dart, you could potentially use this needle.
Okay. So I disarmed the trap. I unlocked the. Have I unlocked the chest, or do I need to roll for
Yep.
that?
Nope, you've unlocked the chest. Chest is open.
Okay. So what's that?
More robes.
It's a damn dress-up party.
Let's investigate the chests that had blinded me as well.
Ah, yes.
Okay. When you touch the chest, roll a Constitution saving throw.
I gave both of them another D8 for bardic inspiration.
We haven't even used the current one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will use it on this roll.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, it's con 19 plus whatever.
No, 15.
Why do I always roll higher than you? These checks, I don't understand.
So, Mr. Fingersmith, you are not blinded. Varric, you are blinded again.
I groan, and then I will continue opening the chest because I've already touched it.
Okay. The chest is now open.
And then I will cast restoration on myself.
Okay. There are more cloaks in this chest.
Okay, I think it is safe to come into the room now.
I would avoid touching any of the chests still.
Are you guys taking a short rest?
I see no reason why not.
I do think that would be best.
All right. Can I get everyone to roll 2d20 and tell me the result? One at a time.
20. 16.
Okay, so the first hour, nothing happens.
I got an 8 and a 6.
I got a 9 and a 17.
Roll low all night.
Okay.
And a 12 and 15, so 27.
So spells also go back on normal only after one entire day, right?
Long rests, yes.
Long rest, okay.
Yep. So at the end, or at the start of the second hour, everyone's gonna have to roll addition.
But some of us are asleep.
Yes.
19, 11.
So who was on second watch?
I don't know. I would have taken first watch if I could have.
We never established that.
Oh, I can
Let's
take first watch.
Just roll a 1d10 and
I could take
assign
second.
2 numbers to each one. Because we didn't decide beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1-2 for Fingersmith, 3-4 for Tyros, 5-6 for Dalrin, 7-8 for Varric, 9-10 for Toby.
It's 5.
Dalrin.
Dalaran, you notice the door to your east opens up, and you see some acolytes run into the room. You have one action.
Does that include the free action to like yell to wake everyone up? I'm assuming no one else is
Yes.
up.
That will be your like you have time to do one thing. If you choose to yell, that is going to be your action, but everybody's going to be awake.
And
If
I haven't rested
you
long enough to get any spells back yet, right?
No, it's only been 2 hours. This is going to effectively interrupt your short rest.
Well, I'm gonna yell.
Okay.
Everyone, we have enemies.
So everyone can roll initiative.
22.
Finally roll high on us for initiative.
All right. First up is Ark. You are
Yeah,
woken up and you see 6 cultists in the room.
Okay, so I guess my first action would be to jump up and grab my weapons. Weapons.
Okay. You can do that for as part of your movement. I'm going to say that's going to cost half your movement, so you have 15 feet left of your movement, and you can attack still. I assume you are extremely careful and do not touch the chest in any way.
That is correct.
Okay.
And you put the left stabby stick in.
All right. Roll it.
12 plus 21.
Should be a hit. Sorry, I'm just trying to find. Oh yeah, it's a hit.
I was actually tempted to touch the chest. The blinding one, considering it's a constitution saving throw. These are all just a bunch of pansies without a paladin.
That's 7 points of damage.
Okay. And you have a bonus action attack if you want.
Oh, cool. I'll do it again.
Okay.
And that is 22. Yes.
All right, that's a hit.
And that's 7 more.
Black. He is dead.
Oh, sorry. That's why you don't sneak up on a brother. Listen, when you wake me up, you better be ready for this.
Next is Tyros.
Tyros, I don't feel like wasting a spell on them. So I'm just going to knock my light crossbow and shoot.
All right.
Oh, would that be into melee?
No, you're fine. 5th edition's a lot more forgiving with that kind of stuff.
Nat 20.
That's a crit. Roll double damage.
1d8 plus 2, so I just roll 2d8.
Yep.
7, 6, so 13, 15.
What? Which one did you shoot?
Let's go with the guy in the dude in the back. You know, he looked at me funny.
All right, he's dead. Got any movement?
Oh shoot! Did I give I think it was Toby. I gave Toby arrows as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the heavy crossbow.
With 6 silver arrows, right?
Yeah.
I should probably
also-
be going, but
Oh, sorry. Did you get 22?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's okay
Sorry.
though.
It's your turn.
Save those for some.
I'll be
combos.
getting up and grabbing my sword and shield. Obviously, I am not going to be bothering to put on. So I will just move up and attack
All right.
the one in front of Toby.
Okay.
$13.
Hit.
And I am using my bonus action to light up the flame.
Okay.
That is 16 damage.
And which one did you hit?
The one in front of Toby.
He's dead.
Then I'll use my second attack because I have extra attack.
Yep.
To go for the one that's off to the right because it's the only one.
Okay.
16.
That's a hit.
$16 damage.
He's dead.
That's my turn.
All right. Dalaran.
Yeah, I'm seeing how I want to hurt them.
Can't hear you if you're talking.
I said I'm seeing how I want to hurt them. So,
Ah.
I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna catch
Okay.
magic missile to darkness. Level 1 magic missile on pick a target. So that's 3 1d4s, I think. Where is it? 3 darts
Here you
means
go.
3 1d4s, right? Plus 1 each?
Yep. Yep.
Alright.
Put one right here.
That's 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3, that's 8. And 3 plus 1 is 4, so that's 12 damage. To one in the corner, I guess.
What?
He did. 3 darts just in his chest.
Toby?
I'm gonna walk forward, crack him with my mace.
All right.
24.
That's a hit.
Uh, 10 bludgeoning damage.
All right. You smack him really good, but he's not quite down yet. So that's everybody. Now it's the Acolyte's turn. He's going to use the disengage act, and he's going to touch the chest.
No!
I need everybody to make me a dexterity save.
This is the poison one, right? So I can ignore it.
Correct.
Oh, nice.
19.
17 for me.
What's the paladin aura?
+5.
Oh, well then 20.
Sorry, it's a Constitution saving throw. My bad.
Okay.
Then it's 50. Oh, plus Paladin or 20.
Yep.
I got a 28.
23.
And Janice?
For what?
Constitution saving throw.
11 plus what saving?
Constitution.
Constitution. 13.
Is that with the +5?
Oh, 18.
All right. Everybody but Mr. Fingersmith and Varric are going half damage. So everyone takes 14 points of damage except for Ark and Varric.
We all take 14 damage?
Oh, sorry, that was the wrong dice.
Yeah, so. Wait, what? How high did you
You
have to
all take. It was a DC 14 for full damage, or so it should be
Okay.
4d10. I'm just gonna go with 14. You guys take 14 damage.
Do we still have the temporary hit points?
Yeah, they should.
Oh, okay, well then, awesome.
That was half damage.
That was half damage. Yes.
So full is 28.
Full was 28. Yep.
Holy
So
shit.
So we take 2 damage.
Yes.
Because
And
of the temp.
the alkalite just dies.
Kamikaze!
You're lucky.
What
you
type?
guys
What
killed
type of
all
damage is it?
Poison damage.
No.
That was their plan, all 6 of them. That's what they were gonna do.
Oh yeah, they were all gonna be touched in the chest.
See, that's why my strategy of touching the blind one would have been genius.
Facts. But
They couldn't see which ones to touch.
Above table, I love how we woke up, like all you heard was, ah! Not literally, but you know. And then everybody wakes up, one chops somebody, one chops 2 people, darts to chest. Like, it's just, everybody's dead.
Yeah, if you hadn't taken that full action to wake everybody up, it would have been they would have had it would have been you going and then the 6 going and then everybody would have waken. That's how I would have done that.
Good choice, I guess.
Yes. So you guys go back to resting.
Not in here. We don't probably.
Fuck this room.
Let's go to the next room.
Agreed. And I'm taking a long rest, guys. Let's take a long rest. That's
If we
very
do a
nice.
long rest, I can cast Taito's. No.
Yeah, if we do a long rest, my staff is possibly back to full, so I think that's worth waiting for before we go deeper and deeper towards the temple.
So you guys got nothing out of that short rest. You basically wasted an hour.
So yeah, and the short rest doesn't give you back spells, does it?
I think it gives you back a couple, but not
Yeah, not your full spell slots or whatever.
not your full spell slots, and you didn't benefit from anything in the short rest because it was interrupted.
So if we're doing long rest, I can cast Liamon's tiny hut. Protect us.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah, sweet.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to go for a full sleep then.
Yep. So
All right.
up the clock.
8 hours goes by. You guys have all your spell slots back. You can go ahead and
There's
go
a
to
long-
full HP.
There's a long rest button, isn't there?
Yes.
Can't find it. I know I saw it before. Oh, there it is. Long rest. Okay, but it doesn't do anything.
It should.
You have to push it, and then you have to click again to confirm in those 3 seconds.
Oh, okay. Got it.
All right. Do you guys want to stop here, or do you want to keep going?
I mean, I kind of want to change out my spells, you know. Like
Do we level?
Yeah, we took a long rest.
You do not level. Not yet.
oh, do I know what the wand does now? Now that I'm attuned to it?
Yes. It is a wand of dispel magic.
That would have been helpful for the chest.
I
That's some
was
thinking right
like, oh my god.
there.
I had my suspicions, but it's like, you know what? Let's just do this.
That's funny. What you gonna do?
We can stop here. Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I've refreshed, but I'm also cool with going. Doesn't really matter. I have no life. Bang,
Yeah,
bang.
leave it up to you guys.
Hashtag no life.
It's 12 here.
What you guys feeling?
I'm good to keep going. So
I'm definitely
I want-
fine to keep going.
I can keep going. I just need something to eat. I'm so hungry. It's
you want to take
Oh
like
no,
a
I'll be running at half speed. I'm lying in my chair right now.
We can call it if you want, Ark. That's fine.
I can hold out a little bit. I don't want you guys to like get into combat, and I'm like, my RP died like a while ago.
yeah. I think it's a good time to end it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you guys right now. There is combat incoming.
Yeah,
So
that next place is the temple. It looks like so.
yeah.
It's gonna be fun. Okay, we'll
You're,
just
t-
smash
you're,
this out
you're
next time.
telling me this isn't the kitten sanctuary over here?
I got what I wanted. I got to cast some explosive spells and shit.
You almost got
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
for
did.
no reason. It's
That was really
crazy.
funny. I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, because Carrie
That's
like in
about
the
the-
sidebar, he's like, if they cast detect evil though, you'll ping, and I'm like, okay, let's hope he doesn't cast detect evil. And I go and smile.
The first thing they did.
Yeah, and I go and smile, and he's like, detect fucking evil, bitch. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I explained myself honestly, truthfully, offered to give the book up, drop it, like whatever you want, still your friend. Attack him. Like, what the fuck? it's not. It's not
I
normal.
will point out, the paladin, the epitome of lawful stupid, did not attack you.
Exactly. Like I was like, what? So yeah, my character is definitely skeptical of the rest of the party now. He's like, okay,
Like
I-
above table, what happened there? Like, did he like say you have to turn evil or what?
no, he literally just said I turned evil. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the book, if you try to read it and you're a neutral character, it turns you evil.
Oh,
It seems like it's a variant of like the Book of Vile Darkness or something. I doubt it's that extreme because that's ridiculous, but
Yeah.
it's not good.
He literally offered me a choice, like the same thing temple guy. He's like, you can, join me and you'll be spared, like, or the rest of your party will die. In whatever's to come. Like he's not gonna kill me. He's not gonna take it away. He's just gonna protect me when it comes. So I said, no. When I came back and you guys started attacking me, I was like, bitch, I should have said yes. I would have just bombed the shit out of everybody. Like, cast fog, cast shatter, leave. And you'll
What?
stay there.
well, at that point, like, I'm sure pretty much all of us could have done something. Like, you're one wizard. One command away from just saying slit your own throat.
Yeah, if I'm still there.
I rolled
I think-
initiative really low, so
That's lucky.
yep. I know if I'd rolled against you, I'd roll a 20. Like, as soon as it's against a teammate, it's like a 20.
Of course. It always is.
Yeah, that made it
I'm
fun
just,
though.
I'm just curious. How do you know there was like a wish spell in the book?
I read it.
Oh,
It's 9th level though, so I don't think I could have used it anyway. Could I have?
You could have. It's because it's like your staff. Like you can't even cast
yeah.
at 6th level. You can't cast 5th level spells. But the
Yeah.
but yeah, you could have cast with the book.
Isn't the wish spell like notoriously hard to use? Like,
If you try to do anything massive with it, yes, but the basic things, it's fine. Replicating
Yeah.
spells and the like.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
what I
wish-
read, we
Yeah.
could have got like 25,000 gold in an item if we wanted it, for example.
Well, like the thing about wish spell is that it's not good idea to use it for anything too complex, like wishing for a magic item, because it'll take the shortest path to achieve that goal. So it's like, I wish a ring of wishes. Well, someone's going to be losing a ring of wishes, and they're going to be finding out who took it.
Right.
Right,
Like,
and the same deal with the 25,000 gold. You'll just be like, okay, well, I'll take the 25,000 gold, like the gold, to deliver to the orphans because I'm good. It's like, well, you just took it from the orphans, so you're really just giving it back.
it basically says, like, you can choose what you want to use, like those powerful things, or you can do things like standard things, like create one object of up to 25,000 GP in value that isn't a magic item. The object can be no more than 300 feet in any dimension and it appears in an occupied space, in an unoccupied space you can see on the ground.
It is my experience that the best use for a wish spell is actually just use it to replicate another different spell, like to get you out of really rough
That's the
spots.
safest one. The
safest
trickier
one.
part is not necessarily what the wish spell does, because that's fine. Like, those have consequences. The scarier thing is, what is the book going to do whenever you use it to cast a wish spell? That's the scarier part.
Right. Okay. You can also
But none of us
undo
died.
a single recent event by forcing a reroll of any roll made. It's a good thing you guys didn't kill me, because you would have died in the night. I'm just kidding.
I'm just thinking, like, if Dararan was like, oh shit, I hope no one casts a detective on you, it's like the first thing. It was like, I don't think you could have expected things to go any different with this group, though.
No, yeah, I did expect it. Especially with what I did. My character smiled, then frowned, then smiled again, and closed the book. But to be fair, that's his way of, like, that was my way of showing that he kind of did feel a little bit evil. Like, this wish spell in his hands felt powerful, you know?
That's why
Yeah,
you
in my
almost
case,
died.
it was just, I was going to be detecting evil on the book regardless, because it attacked me.
No, fair enough.
It's like, oh, well, it's not the only thing.
Yeah.
I think the main issue is like when you have a group of good characters, suddenly inserting an evil character in that group is just going to be like, well, someone's going to end up dying.
Yeah, no, but to me, it just seemed like an overreaction. Like, this person wasn't threatening you, nothing like that. It just seemed like a, oh, it's evil? Kill it. Kill it with fire. Like, no, you know this person. You know, like,
but I mean, we live in a world where evil it's defined as like, there are evil gods and shit. There's like, and we're paladins and clerics. Like, what else could we do at that point?
Dude,
Yeah.
evil will
You're
kill you in
also
your sleep.
in
Save them. That's the real goal. Like, salvation is a thing, but
right.
that's the trickiest part of it. Is not just it's not immediately go kill them. It's, wait a minute, my friend is lost.
Exactly.
So
I think Toby is more like a kill 'em all and let Lathander sort them out kind of guy.
Maybe, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
if we didn't know each other, it's different. But RP wise, if my friend, like Sherry just said, my friend gets corrupted. Like 5 minutes ago, he was fine. Now he's evil from picking up a book. My first thought isn't like hurt him; it's help him. You know? Like,
Well, the issue with that is we don't know what happened to you. You were neutral, and suddenly you pinged evil. It's like there's two possibilities. One, you change alignments, which is very unlikely at a drop of a hat. Or two, someone took away your soul, and you're not actually who you say you are.
Yeah, and you're also in like the temple of ultimate evil, so it was like having you turn evil was probably just about the worst thing that could have happened. Like it's amplified bad, especially in here.
But we've seen this movie, like they're all in the tunnel together, and then one of them walks off in the dark and comes back smiling.
right.
He gotta die.
But
Like, you don't know why he's smiling.
everyone's initial reaction is never kill him. It's always Ethan, Ethan, are you okay? That's a reaction, like a
And
of
that's
Yeah,
surprise.
why
and then those
they
people
all die.
die. Yeah, they
Yep.
Yeah.
kill Ethan.
Oh,
Kill Ethan on sight.
so your characters have all seen this movie. That's what you're saying. I get
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless you think he discovered a comedy club somewhere in that tunnel, he should not be smiling.
it. Of course
Yeah.
not. But yeah,
Also, it's yeah, what like they're paladin of Thunder and paladin of what the other god is, and then there's like an Asmir. It's like they're not gonna like they're gonna assume the worst happened. They're not gonna assume the best. It's like, well, he turned evil. We probably lost our friend.
I mean, there was a moment where like he offered me the decision, and I'm thinking about it like that would be a really interesting plot twist if your friend comes back and just starts like casting shit and you don't know what's going on. Like what?
No, we would
Here's
have
going to be
not
the
just
one
ended.
counter argument that I will make to all of this, Shannis.
Yeah.
What did you do with the clearly evil ogres?
Well, I tried to turn them to the side of light and, bring them to our side and help us fight good cause.
Right, and you didn't do that with your friends.
Yeah. The ogres you just met who threw javelins at you. Let's make friends with them.
Hey, with a bit of judicious application of magic, anything is possible.
Well, you see, they were heading
Exactly!
the right way. They were heading from evil to good. Went from neutral to evil. So we figured it was a lost cause. We just had to go all out.
Oh, you're so smart, man.
Above table, when PC turns evil, it's like, shit, he's gonna probably turn on us, isn't he?
I was hoping. I was hoping.
Yeah, I
That
was
would have
like,
been fun.
like when it got to my turn, I was like, two things I could do. I could either like try to intimidate you and like really ask you to like drop your weapon and just surrender, or the second thing was I just go immediately for the kill.
I mean,
Like mechanically, what's it mean to be like chaotic evil? Like, do you have to be a cunt at that point, or is there some
No.
leeway?
It's
There's always
in this
some leeway,
campaign,
but you wanna be true to what you have. So you don't want to necessarily be playing a lawful good character as chaotic evil, but it doesn't mean every decision you have to make has to be what a chaotic evil person would make.
Yeah.
and evil
Common
also
sense, I would
means
think. Like,
evil means
when I
selfish.
yeah, like when I think of like chaotic evil, or like I've heard a lot of people like say this. They're like, oh, this guy like eats babies for fun, and he goes and he,
No,
rapes
he's
villages
just
and stuff.
selfish. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. Like they're evil. They don't care about law and order and all that stuff. But they don't want to die. They want to like spread chaos and stuff. So they'll do things that are evil, but they'll do it smartly.
no, it's chaotic evil. The problem with chaotic evil, from my understanding of alignment, is that evil is just selfish. They do whatever in their best interest, and chaotic is not random, but just not caring about social norms or like rules. So having a chaotic evil character in your party, it's not that they will do something to the party, it's that they'll probably get you killed. They'll piss off the city guard. They'll do something, and it's going to get your group killed.
When
Or you're
I
going to be fighting your way out of town.
Well, yeah, my understanding of evil is that evil enjoys doing evil acts.
Not necessarily. No. Like they enjoy being selfish, and that tends to be evil. So in
Well,
other words,
selfish isn't necessarily evil. You could be neutral and still be selfish, but evil by definition is that you enjoy evil. Like you enjoy um, some type of evil that would be like imply harming, oppression, or killing, and like you're actively malevolent. Like being selfish, you could be neutral and still be selfish and chaotic.
no, like
Well, the difference is like specifically at the expense of others. That's when it goes to evil if you're selfish.
Yeah.
right.
It's not necessarily, oh, I want stuff, so I'm evil. It's no, I want stuff, so I'm gonna, make sure that this law is set up to ruin it, or cheat these people to get it, or things like that. That's whenever it becomes.
Right. For example, if my character thought the book, let me put it this way: if my character thought that he was able to keep the book when he was evil, If he thought he could keep the book and he wanted to and still survive, he would have done whatever he had to do to you to keep it. But his intention wasn't to hurt you. His intention is to keep the book because he wants the spell. You understand what I mean? Like,
When I
go ahead.
when I think chaotic evil, I think of like the Joker from Batman, or when I think of lawful evil, I think of like Darth Vader from Star Wars. I don't want either of those guys in my D&D adventuring party. I think they'd be a bad fit, you know.
Think about Raceland. Raceland would be
Yeah,
good.
I wouldn't want Raceland in my party either.
I don't know. He
No,
saved the.
Raceland isn't really that. Like, see, the similarity between Darth Vader and who was the one you said?
The Joker.
The Joker is that like Darth Vader works within an organization, so he's
He's
part of a group,
lawful. He's lawful evil.
Yeah, he
but
doesn't
everything
enjoy
they
hurting
do
things.
extracts value from other people. They don't add value to other people's lives.
Yes.
That's kind of what I mean by selfish.
So they're not like Darth Vader isn't going to fly to a planet and eradicate it because it's fun. He doesn't enjoy doing that. He's going to do it because it's building a railway through space or whatever. Like
The
that's
Joker would.
right. The Joker would do it because he's chaotic evil, which is I will do
What
random acts of whatever the fuck I want because I think I can, and it doesn't matter who I hurt to do it.
what would be a good example of neutral evil in fiction? I can't think of one.
Probably Raceland.
Hmm.
I don't know.
What was that guy? Batman's nemesis? El Ghul?
Right? Yeah, that's a good one. He will do
That's
evil acts for neutral reasons, in a way.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
yeah. So Raul El Ghul.
That one's tricky though because it could very easily just be true neutral too.
Yeah, it could be, but
Because
his actions are deemed evil. But
No,
it's
So
True
more than
Neutral
that.
does evil acts. True Neutral will they will do whatever they feel will bring balance.
but
So
not
if
yeah,
everything is good, they'll do evil stuff. If everything is evil, they'll do good stuff. They'll balance it out.
it's tricky. Sometimes it means they're just detached. They don't do either. So there's two types. Like a wizard that's just locking
Yeah.
themselves away because they don't give a crap is also true neutral. But
Yep.
It's a sliding scale. It's a sliding scale, good and evil. It's not like it's not like if you're evil, you absolutely enjoy malevolent acts.
so here's probably the best example I have of in fiction neutral evil, and that's Voldemort. It's somebody who's after power. They don't necessarily care to go within the law, but they're not also trying to just cause chaos. They're after a specific goal. They're motivated to get it. It's selfish, it's self driven, but they're just trying to kill. That's what they're doing.
I
Or
said he
they're
was
just trying to do
evil
what they
though.
have to do.
I don't
What
know.
about like the Nazi scientists? You know, like they weren't like they were just studying science to an extreme. Like, could they be considered neutral evil? 'Cause, see what I'm
Well,
saying?
they would have to be doing something for like a lot of people. So the guys who were developing like gas to gas Jewish people, yeah, those guys are evil.
Like, what would their like alignment be? Like neutral, chaotic, lawful? Because they were acting within a government, but at the same time, you know,
A lot
I
of
don't
it's going to be
fucking.
motivations because some of the people
Mhm.
are going to be like, yes, I'm doing this because it's my job. It's what I've been told to do by the Führer. So it's what I do. And then there's going to be the people that are like, sweet, I get to do this. And this
Mhm.
law actually lets me do it. That's the
I
neutral evil
really,
people.
I
Right.
hate you. I want to kill him. It's like, yeah, those guys they're broken.
That's evil.
But they're also the people who are like the eugenics scientists and those things. They don't have to be evil at all. They can just be really trying to push forward an agenda of making their people the master race, which they think is good in their own twisted, weird way.
I feel like we could probably talk about this for another 5 hours, but I'm kind
Yeah,
of
I gotta
hungry.
go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I gotta
head
go to sleep.
out.
My voice is going.
Yes. Good night. Thanks for the
Yeah,
run.
guys.
Good night.
It was
Catch you
awesome.
Yeah, it
guys
was a
soon.
lot of fun.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was really nice. Thank
Glad
you
you
for
guys
running
had
for
fun.
us, Cariana.
No problem.
Alright,
Yeah, I had fun with this one. Good night.
That's good. Right.